Chai wahala deo. So Nigeria still not have anyone that will save her from the harvest of corruption and in the midst of mismanagement of public funds. How who will save Nigeria? My people, as Nigeria judiciary system still has nothing to write home about, at the middle of that, CJN has resigned. Then you will now ask, of what purpose do they have to appoint this man at the first case? Because the last time I checked, justice were still not served to the people. I mean, the citizens are still yearning for justice. There's an harvest of injustice in the nation. Now that the poor citizen could not be able to achieve justice during his 2 years in the office, do I still have to tell you that they only just brought this man in order for them to accomplish their political aim? And they have appointed a new CJN, which happens to be a woman. Kudirat Kekere Eku was appointed on August 22, 2024. There's a lot of challenges in justice systems in Nigeria. And one of those challenges is case backlog. This shared a big volume of pending of cases, and it has contributed to delay in justice delivery to the citizens. And many cases could be resolved. They would have been resolved at the appellate level, but they end up before Supreme Court, causing prolongivity and delay. And that is making the poor citizen to be crying, Egba mi o. I want to make us to understand that there's the root cause of all problems in life. And one of the root cause of all these challenges is case backlog. This shares a big volume of pending of cases that contributes to the delay in justice delivery. And in many cases could have been dissolved at appellate level, but they end up before the Supreme Court, causing prolongivity and delayed at the end. Another root cause to all these challenges is inadequacy of social injustice. Widow practices child marriages and female genital mutilation persist, reflecting social injustice that needed to be addressed. CJN Ariwola retirement has come. Justice Olukayode Ariwola, he just make the 22nd Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN. Recently had just retired. What is our fate now in Nigeria? Upon reaching the mandatory age of 70, his retirement has both positive and negative implications already. You should know that. Let me talk about the positive impact of his retirement first, in order for we to have positive energy to conquer the negative one. One of that positive impact his retirement is going to be attracting, or rather adding to Nigeria, is leadership transition. Justice Kudirat Kekere Eku, which has succeeded him as the 18th CJN, ensuring continuity in the judiciary leadership. This sounds interesting, and as a female, other positive impact is celebrating legacy, meaning a valedictory session honored Ariwola's contribution into the judiciary, emphasizing his legacy. This sounds very interesting. I believe in legacy. We all pray to leave a better legacy behind. So now let's talk about the negative impact of his retirement. Of course, there will be case delays. Ariwola highlighted the overwhelming case load before the Supreme Court that is hindering timely justice. Prolonged delays impact litigates and lawyers who often waiting years for case resolution. Of course, there are also more other negative impacts attached to all of this. And one of that negative impact is access to justice. This kind of retirement of an experienced, an advanced CJN can exacerbate existing challenges, especially when the backlog remains unaddressed. I believe you know what this means. Backlog refers to the accumulation of unresolved cases within the judiciary systems. These are cases that have been pending beyond an acceptable time frame. The specific time frame can vary depending on the court and the type of case being handled, but it is unusually established as a performance standard or goal. I just throw more light on that in order for no one to be left on the dark, because here is Creative Kingdom. This is a channel whereby all divine process will be linked together in order to create coherence within a text. I can call it cohesion. Can we talk about the negative impact he had on reform and the way forward of everything? The Attorney General of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, AGF, emphasized that judicial reforms, including increasing the number of judicial officers to manage case load effectively, meaning more judicial officers is needed. Justice Ariwola also stressed the importance about this. He has told the Nigerians that it is important to have additional judicial officers to handle cases promptly, not whereby there will be delay of people's case. That is why you are seeing that resulted to the advent of the injustice going on in Nigeria. Passing judgment without fair hearing, because Nigeria is in need of judicial officers. More of judicial officers are needed. Justice Ariwola even stressed about the importance of having additional judicial officers in order to handle cases promptly. The reason for that is access to justice. switch cases disposition ensure that litigants receive timely justice. Delay can lead to frustration, financial strain, and prolonged uncertainty for people that were involved. Other reason for that is reducing backlog. Nigeria face serious cases of backlog, as we have explained earlier, especially in higher courts. Prompt handling help clear this backlog, preventing further accumulation, long accumulation of cases and all of that. This will not prevent further accumulation and assuring efficient court operations for the citizens.
Justice Ariwoola, who assumed office on June 27, 2022, will formally retire from the bench upon attaining the mandatory retirement age of 70. Given her status as the next most senior justice of the Apex Court, Justice Kekere Ekun had been widely tipped to take over from Justice Ariwoola in line with tradition. When she assumes office, Justice Kekere Ekun will become the second female justice in Nigeria to hold the topmost position in the third arm of government after retired Justice Mariam Aloma Mukhtar, who was CJN between July 2012 and November 2014. Born on May 7, 1958, the incoming CJN, Justice Kekere Ekun, is 66 years old and may serve for up to 4 years compared to the average 2-year tenure of her predecessors. She obtained her LLB in 1980 from the University of Lagos and was called to the Nigerian bar in July 1981. In November 1983, she obtained her LLM from the London School of Economics and Political Science. From 1985 to 1989, she was in private practice and was later appointed a Senior Magistrate Grade 2 of the Lagos State Judiciary in December 1989. She was appointed a Judge of the High Court of Lagos State on July 19, 1996. She would later become Chairman of the Robbery and Firearms Tribunal of Lagos from November 1996 to May 1999. In September 2004, Justice Kekere Ekun was elevated to the Court of Appeal, and she served in various divisions, becoming the presiding justice of 2 divisions of the Appellate Court, Makurdi and Akure, in 2011 and 2012 respectively. She was elevated to the Supreme Court of Nigeria as the 5th female justice of the Apex Court and sworn in on Monday, July 8, 2013. After spending 11 years at the Apex Court, Justice Kekere Ekun will not only become the next CJN, but will also head the National Judicial Council (NJC), which oversees the appointment, promotion, and discipline of judges across the country. She is also a life bencher and the president of the National Association of Women Judges, Nigeria.
While we can confidently say that Nigeria has come a long way in terms of women achieving leadership positions in the legal profession, there is still much work to be done. The journey towards achieving true parity and inclusivity remains ongoing. Inclusivity is the campaign theme of the 2024 International Women's Day celebration tagged Inspire Inclusion, which is also part of the Naujin vision for women in law. There are still many challenges inhibiting women from reaching the zenith of their careers. Some of these challenges include domestic impediments, difficulty in maintaining a work-life balance, lack of support in the home, working conditions that are not favorable to women, such as frequent postings of women with young families, gender bias, the belief that certain positions are more suited to the male gender, lack of mentorship programs, to mention a few. Women have been exceptionally blessed by God with innate skills and ability to multitask, which can enhance and support nation building. It is therefore imperative to recognize the invaluable need for the participation of women in policy making and to strive to ensure their inclusivity in the promotion of policies that are gender sensitive and which provide greater access to justice. There is no gainsaying the fact that women have so far also contributed in shaping the legal landscape globally.